There are usually two types uh, to dealing with losses, and both of them are very destructive for you. Now, the first one is when you completely don't care. So, let's say you failed at a test, you come back home, and you just completely, you don't give a shit about what happened. You'll go outside, you'll party, you'll do whatever you want to do just to forget about it, and then you come back home, and it's over. And you might be one of these people. It's totally normal. It's not normal, but it is normal because so many people do it. It's just common. So many people do it. Now, the other common thing is when you do the opposite thing. When you come back home after a loss or after you failed at something, and you just cry like a baby, and you just think about what you did 24/7. You lay on your bed, and you just sit there, and you get depressed over it. And both of these are very destructive. And I want you to realize that both of these things are on either ends of the spectrum. And both of them are at the, very, very far ends of the spectrum, on the extreme ends of the spectrum. Now, what I want you to do is to look at the spectrum and try to be in the middle. I don't want you to, get depressed whenever you lose, but I also don't want you to completely forget about it. What I want you to do is to learn from your mistakes. And how, it's easy. Everyone tells you, okay, it's good to fail because you learn from your mistakes. But it's not that easy when you think about it. Because let's say you studied hours for a test and, maybe even days, right? You go and you take that test and you come back home, and then you realize, or you don't realize, that you get your grades, you get your grade back. You look at it and you realize that you failed. It's not an easy thing. It's not like, okay, you're gonna come back home and you're just gonna be totally fine with it and learn from your mistakes. You want to learn from your mistakes, but it's super hard, especially when you fail big. And that's what I want you to do. I don't want you to beat yourself up over it. I want you to be totally logical with yourself. So I want to, right now, with you, create a routine for whenever you fail at something. A routine that just makes it so that you can learn from your mistakes and not repeat these mistakes and these failures. So this routine has to be uh, just a solid routine that guarantees that you don't uh, do these mistakes over and over again. And I want it to be an easy routine, something that is fun and doesn't feel like a task. I don't want you to come back home and, especially after a huge loss, and sit there and try to say, okay, how am I going to learn from my mistakes? No. So let's create this routine together. Okay? I want you to come back home after that loss and take it easy, right? Whatever you need to do during the day, you could do it. Okay? Let's say you have another test for the next day. I'm not telling you to forget about that test. I'm just telling you to take a break, pause a bit, make yourself a cup of coffee, tea, whatever it is that you like to drink or eat, but don't overdo it, don't overeat, don't do all of that. Just make yourself a hot cup of tea or coffee and sit with yourself. And I want this moment to be purely philosophical, where it's just you and your ideas and your thoughts. I don't want anyone to interrupt you. Get I don't know, a notebook and a pen, and write down everything that went wrong and why you think, that you failed. Because whatever it is, it's probably your fault. Even if it isn't your fault, I want you to make it your fault. Because once you take responsibility for all your actions, you realize that everything is in your hands. You can change whatever it is that needs to be changed. So write down everything that went wrong, and beside it, or under it if you want, write how you can fix these things for the next time. Okay, so spend about 30 minutes. You don't have to spend too much time. So between 30 to 45 minutes, just to reflect on what went wrong and how you could improve it next time. And then the most important part is taking action, because it's easy to sit and write and jot down ideas and think philosophically and all of that. It's easy to do it, right? Everyone can do it. Me, your neighbor, your dog can do it. But not everyone can take action. And this is what sets you apart from other people. Taking action. Okay, you failed at this test. Now, tomorrow, you're going to start studying for the test that you have in 2 weeks. That's how you take action. Not, okay, I wrote down everything that I need to do. I'm done. Let me go sleep and just chill. That's not how you get things done. Okay? I hope this video helped you. And I want you to just ask me whatever, that might come on your mind. Because I've been through so many losses and I've thankfully learned from my mistakes. And you can do that too. Okay? So just do it.